Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Colley Stadium for tonight's eighth game of the Mill City Eagles season. Tonight, your 7-0 Eagles are facing the Valley Generals, who themselves are 5-2 on the season. But before we get into anything with the Generals, let's get into last week's performances from the Eagles. Last week, the Eagles won 40-8 over the Haverhill Hitmen, a demeaning victory over them. Offensively, we had a couple great players, including quarterback Calvin Bedreau, 19 for 25 passing with 357 yards, 5 touchdowns, one interception, 14.3 yards per attempt, and then rushing wise as well, he did amazing. 109 yards on multiple attempts, 1 touchdown, and 1 fumble with 12.1 yards per run. Now, going on to Brendan Frost, he had 5 receptions for 155 yards and 1 touchdown. Princewell Uwedro, who will be wearing number 21 for those of you at home tonight, had 6 receptions for 91 yards and 1 touchdown. Defensively, Tyler Jamison had an amazing game, 4 TFLs, which were sacks against the Hitmen. Mark Federico Jr. had 3 tackles and 2 interceptions for 50 yards in total. And the Eagles defense in total had 9 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 1 safety. Now, Riley, last week the Eagles defense was tremendous. Like I said, with those 9 sacks and 3 interceptions, as well as that safety. What should we expect from them tonight?
Yeah, so I said it a lot last week, and I'm going to say it again this week. They started off super slow, let up a touchdown on the opening drive, and picked it up from there. They took off from there, didn't allow a single point for the rest of the game after the opening drive. If the Eagles can do that from the jump this week, keep their energy up from the jump, and not fall behind early, they'll be in good shape today.
Yes, they will, Riley, and tonight's matchup being a critical one as the Valley Generals out of Connecticut are 5-2 on the season, the second-ranked team in the UCFL. The ECFL. That is my fault. They are 5-2 on the season, as I said earlier, and last week they won 10-7 at home against the Granite State Destroyers. Passing-wise, they had 256 yards as well as 237 yards, respectively. Their defense had forced 3 fumbles and had 4 sacks with 1 interception. This general defense, from these statistics, very good. I just don't know how much they'll do against our electric offense with Bedreau having multiple amazing games in just the last 3 weeks. And with that being said, that is our pre-game rundown for you. And I would like to thank our the Eagles sponsors, starting with the Beacon Group, and also we have Kilkenny Pub from Lowell, Breaking Clutch from Salem, One Painting, Sarkeesian Apparel, and Unlimited Strength of America, all from Wilmington, and Pizza Mia in Tewksbury. The Eagles would like to formally thank all of you guys for supporting our team, and hope you guys keep doing so in the future. Now, as we can see on the field, Eagles captains are semi-lined up, waiting for the coin toss. And if things go as I believe they should, Eagles may be receiving the ball tonight. I have a slight inkling towards that. In other news this week, Coach Mike Isola accepted the head coach basketball job for Lawrence High School. I wanted to congratulate him and his many years at Lowell Catholic, going on to better things now. As I was saying a little while ago, Riley, this is a big game for the Eagles against the Generals. Both teams great winning records, especially the Eagles with their 7-0, trying to get to 8-0 on the season, close to a perfect season actually, just 3 wins away from to be specific. What are you expecting from this game, hearing these both sets of stats from last week?
Well, I'm expecting another offensive masterclass from the Eagles. If they can limit their turnovers and just stay on track, it'll be a high-scoring game, and if their defense can perform like they did last week, they won't be allowing much on the defensive side of the ball.
It's very true, Riley. And for our captains for the Eagles going from left to right, we have Darren Cooper, Brendan Frost, Calvin Boudreau, Nick Zullo, Mike Melanson, and Anthony McDonough. All great players for this team, great contributors. Now let's see how this coin toss ends up. For a moment, you guys are going to notice the camera shaking a little bit, and it's just us making some adjustments so you guys can have the best viewing experience possible. Nice breeze tonight, around 7 p.m. A nice 79 degrees, better from earlier's 87, which was a killer. All right, and we have the toss. Both teams seeing the coin from the head official. I was wrong. Eagles are going to defer the ball. Starting on defense this half, letting the Eagles defense show us their magic here a little bit. Ready for a great game of football.
Now let's see if they can do the opposite of what they did last week and stop them on the opening drive, as they let up an opening drive touchdown last week. Let's see if they can make a change this week on that. Come out strong, come out fierce, and maybe force a turnover, first drive of the game.
Always a definite possibility, Riley. This team has been electric, as you and I have both said on defense, with you especially referring to later in game. The last few weeks, their scores have been nothing but close in favor of the Eagles. Specifically last week, them going 40-8, like I said. It's been a great, great season for the Eagles. Always scoring at almost 20 or more points against their opponents in their leads. Our last close game was against the Granite State Destroyers, actually on July 13th, our first broadcast of the year. Kickoff team being led by Zachary Cook. He has not been doing so hot kicking-wise this season. Last week going 2 for 6 from field goal range.
I do just want to mention that the scoreboard as of right now is not up, so I apologize for that. I also apologize for the wind. That might get a little annoying if it continues throughout the night. Sorry if you have to listen to that. But that is definitely out of our control.
All right, waiting for the kickoff, and here it comes. Zachary Cook sending a nice good kick down to the 20-yard line, caught in the air. James Moore of the receiving team takes it up to around the 50-yard line.
That was a great return. He laid a stick on one of the Eagles players there, put him right to the ground, and kept going for an extra 10, 15 yards after that. That is yak right there. Yards after contact.
Yes, it is, Riley. Now, it's the Eagles defense, just from that first kickoff alone, you can see that they have something they have to contend with, as these Valley Generals seem to have a lot of strength on their team. Generals coming out with a 1 tight end formation. Matthew Saper the third. Screen pass deflected in the backfield, almost intercepted. Good read by the Eagles defense there.
He got that one in his hands. He was going back for 6 there, Tyler, on the opening play. That would have brought the crowd to life right off the start.
No doubt about that, Riley. The defensive awareness of that play shows that this Eagles defense has prepared for this game all week, and they are ready for what comes at them. 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line. Let's see what Saper and his Generals do. Another tight end formation for the Generals. Motion left. Run up the middle by Maz Washington.
Taken down quickly by linebacker Mike Melanson there for a short gain of about 2 yards, 3 yards there.
It's going to be about 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7 for the Generals. The Eagles hype man coming off the field, Sean Clark, usually known for his hyping of the crowd, gets his start tonight for the Eagles. Now let's see what the Eagles can do in his absence. Two tight end formation for the Generals. Saper back to pass, scrambles up the middle. Gets the first down, taken down by a couple of Eagles.
It's going to move the chains there.
Getting them up to around the 38-yard line in the Eagles' territory. Good read from Saper there, getting up the middle when he had no routes open. Wide open field ahead of him, took those free 10 and got the first down.
Looks like we have a ref timeout here. As seems to be an issue with the chains on the far sideline there. Let's see if they can fix that quickly.
Generals using this time to get themselves mostly set up here. But it is use this reset it down to get closer to the end zone. Run up the middle, taken down after a short 1 yard gain. It's going to be about 2nd and 8 once again for the Generals. Interior defensive line holding up against that interior run. Only allowing a short gain. A bit of a ball reset here. Blitz. Saper back to pass. Ball is not complete to Judd O'Brien. Second pass attempt of the game is incomplete, leaving a 3rd and 8 for the Generals. It's Going to repeat again. Sorry, the scoreboard is still not up. Have not heard anything from anyone regarding that so far. We'll be keeping you guys updated on score constantly.
Yes, score we can keep you updated with. Time we cannot.
It's like refs are going to be having to keep their clock by themselves tonight. Saber back to pass again, rolls left. Pass caught by Daquan Hamilton. Gets the first down at the 25. Actually, the 20 actually. Fought for some yards there. General's offense moving down the field. First down again, 20 going in. Trips left for the Generals. Run, caught in the backfield. Cam Revel is attempting to run the ball up the middle there. Caught at the line of scrimmage, maybe even a yard back. Caught by a swarm of Eagles. Gonna be 2nd and 11. Whistle blown on the play. Timeout Valley Generals. First timeout called in this game. Both teams taking an opportunity to talk to their players, make sure everything is going according to plan, and the Eagles needing to do a little bit of pep talk here as the Generals just driving down the field. Eagles defense coming back out onto the field right before the refs blow the end of timeout. It's going to be trips right for the Generals. New running back in the backfield, which is Malik Williamson. Williamson with the ball up the middle. Caught her on the line of scrimmage. Doesn't get very far at all, just to the line itself, it looks like.
Now, I want to put in right now, if the Eagles' defense keeps this up, stopping the run, it's going to be really hard to gain yards today on them. They have been shut down. I think that's their 5th rush attempt for a total of maybe 3 yards now.
Samper, swing pass. Ball is caught. Almost to the first down. It's going to be about 4th and 1 for the Generals. Ball was caught by Daquan Hamilton.
Now, if there's one thing that we learned about this league, Tyler, on 4th downs, teams love the hard count.
Yes, they do. Eagles going for it multiple times last week and also having it done against them as well. Seems to be somewhat effective, especially in these kinds of situations. 4th and 1, Valley Generals trips right once again. Ball up the middle. He's caught. Little past the line of scrimmage. I do not think he got the first down.
Yep, that's going to be a change of possession there. And there it is, Ty. The Eagles defense has held their own on that opening drive. Let's see if they can keep it up for the rest of the game. I thought that defense was very good. They might have gotten driven on a little bit, but they held strong and they shut them down in the end.
Most definitely. As we've been taught and have heard most of our football careers, it is make adjustments. And that's exactly what they did. They stopped the drive in its tracks, giving them the ball at around at their own 13-yard line. Into a tight formation here with JPC in the backfield. Toss. Going right. Taken down at the 10-yard line. That looks to be a 2-3 yard loss for the Eagles. Going to be 2nd and 12. Generals keeping that outside contained, making JPC go farther into the backfield, resulting in a loss of yards. Now Eagles in a trips left formation with Princewell Uwejuo on the bottom of your screen solo in solo coverage. Safety, second play of the Eagles drive. It's going to be 2 points for the Generals early in the first quarter, I believe. Offensive line not ready for the onslaught from the Generals and that outside rush. And especially after that amazing defensive drive from the Eagles, now they are taking something. I don't even know, honestly. Just did not seem fully prepared for that defense. Riley, going back to what you said about this offensive slugfest or offensive showcase from the Eagles, I'm gonna go on the reverse of that and say it's going to be a defensive showdown tonight. As we've already seen, there's been one safety against the Eagles, and Generals getting the ball back from that, giving them another opportunity to score.
Now this is going to put the Eagles defense back on the field. They could be tired, a little worn out from that long possession, that long opening drive. That could be huge here, as the Generals could march down the field and get a quick score and put them up 2 possessions early in this first quarter.
Yeah, with this punt for the Generals, it's going to start. They're going to be at 2-0 in this first quarter. The punt is off. Bad punt. Friendly bounce. Great hit from the Eagles as Daquan Hamilton is taken out by a Eagles kickoff member, taking him back a solid 2 yards on that hit stick. No fair catch was called, so that ball is legal. That hit was legal, sorry. Starting at the 47-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10.
I guess that hit makes up for that bad punt, huh?
Most definitely, Riley. Giving the Generals some good position there, but also setting the tone for the defense once more. Generals going to a spread formation here. Run up the middle, caught in the backfield. It's going to be Cam Revels. Piles being pushed forward for about a 3-yard gain. Going to be taken down at the 50. It's going to be 2nd and 7 on the 50-yard line.
The Eagles there, they made the stick in the backfield. They need to take him down right away and stop holding him up. I know they want to get the ball back. They're trying to force a fumble, but they need to take him down. They just gave up an unnecessary 3 yards there on that play as they made the contact, the initial contact in the backfield. They cannot allow a 3-yard gain off that.
Most definitely, Riley, and especially them tackling at the shoulders is not going to help them, especially with a running back of that size. You need to take him down at the knees for it to be effective. Trips right for the Generals. Saper dropping back. Escapes the sack, running left. Pass. Hit in the hand. Hit James Moore in the hand. Incomplete. Looked to be a little bit of a scuffle around the 40-yard line with number 55, Dave Johnson's helmet coming off mid-play. It's going to be 3rd and 7 once more at the 50. Saper coming to give his Generals the play call. We have 3rd and long here. Trips right again. New running back for the Generals. Swing right. Fake pass.
Wow, I apologize for that one, guys. He juked me out. I lost where the ball was. That camera was everywhere.
Yes, he was. Saper throwing the ball away. Flag is thrown, presumably for intentional grounding against the offense. Call is confirmed, intentional grounding. It's going to be 4th and long. Fourth and very long. But 4th and 25 for the Generals. Sad end to this offensive display they've had so far. Well, if you can call it that, sorry. Some lineup issues for the Generals as they line up for the punt. Princewell Owejwo and Brendan Frost, our usual punt returners, out back. Ball is almost hit by a defender. Flag on the play. Hard hit on Brendan Frost. 2 flags thrown immediately. Frost taking some time to get up.
Wow. That I don't know what he was trying to do there, whether he was trying to set the tone or something, but that is an extremely illegal play there.
Most definitely. I think it might have been some revenge for that hit off the punt there. But again, that hit on that punt after the safety, completely legal. Nothing was called there. He touched the ball. He's fair game.
Now that player I think needs to be penalized personally for that. That's bad. That's just unsportsmanlike. That's not football. That is not football.
Most definitely. A hit like that in other leagues, that can get you taken out of the game entirely.
I mean, they're going to move him big yardage here, but that player needs to come off the field. I think they need to penalize that player personally and They need to do something about that.
Down at the sideline, looks like number 12 from the Generals, Judd O'Brien, coming over to apologize to Brendan Frost, taking him. I don't remember if he was the one who made the hit, but it's a good show of sportsmanship from him. Sadly, Brendan Frost is out for the start of this drive, understandably sitting on the bench, which seems to be after that extremely hard hit. Going to be spread for the Eagles. JPC in the backfield with Boudreau. Heavy pressure on Boudreau. He escapes. He's running. Gets the first down and out of bounds. Great evasion by Boudreau after that last play for that last play's safety in their last offensive drive. Quick on his feet, evading 4 defenders, getting that beautiful first down for the Eagles. Starting at the 41-yard, the Generals' 41-yard line. Spread formation once more. It's being officials timeout once more. Oh, end of the quarter. So that was the first quarter, everyone. Very eventful. Score remains 2-0. Eagles holding possession as of now. Good defensive play from both teams for the most part, especially the Eagles forcing that long penalty by the Generals. Going to start 1st and 10 at the 41, going to the left side of your screen. Tight trips right. Looks like Brendan Frost is back in the game. Boudreau scrambling upfield, knocked out of bounds. Flag on the play, however. Defensive encroachment. A bit of over-eagerness from the Generals here. Nice 5-yard gain for the Eagles there off that penalty. It's going to remain. It's going to be 1st and 5 from the 36. Trips right once more. Toss JPC fumble, recovered by the Generals.
That's something we talked about before the game, is limiting the turnovers. There's 2. That's 2 turnovers with the safety and a fumble now, and it's only the beginning of the second quarter. So
Most definitely, Riley, especially with the Generals there, keeping that outside contain and putting the pressure on JPC. That was a recipe for disaster. To that short Eagles drive, score remains 2-0 in favor of the Generals. See how this Eagles defense can make up for that lost drive there. Trips right for the Generals. Saper in the backfield. Run up the middle. Caught at the line of scrimmage. That was number 20, Cam Revels. Generals head coach not happy with that. Revels coming out of the game for number 2, Maz Washington. A lot of running back variety for the Generals here. Seems to be doing them some favors, keeping the Eagles on their toes. Trips right. Up the middle once more. Washington taken down after a few yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5, so it looks to be a 4-yard gain for the Generals here. Same formation. Out the middle once more. Spins out of a tackle. Another stiff arm. Taken down around the line of scrimmage. Maz Washington seems to be a force to be reckoned with for this Generals offense. Seems to be 4th and 5, so no gain on the play. Still an impressive showcase of abilities from the running back there. Now, Riley, if the Generals can gain some forward momentum, I can definitely see Washington getting some good runs out here, especially with that skill set, looking like he's coming out of NCAA 25. He spinning all over them.
Yeah, but the way the Eagles defense is playing right now, though, we might not be getting much tonight. They are shutting down the run game.
Saper with the
Quick
screen
pass
pass
here. And they stop him short. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Eagles ball once again. Now, the Eagles have had the ball twice, and both times they've turned the ball over here, Ty. What are you expecting on this drive?
A wake-up call. Those last 2 drives need to have been something to them, because I can tell Coach Isola, just from knowing him for all these years, not happy about the way they've been playing.
Yeah, which is something the complete opposite of what we talked about in the beginning of the game. We thought their offense was going to come out firing and their defense was going to start off slow. But we were honestly terribly mistaken there. Their defense has shown up so far today in their offense. It's almost like they're ghost out there. They've done virtually nothing so far. So
most definitely, Riley. Again, the really only positive yards they've gained so far are off that 1 encroachment penalty. So let's see what Bedreau can lead his Eagles to here. JPC up the middle. Stuff being brought back. Lift into the air by the group of Generals. Looks like they're going to keep them, have them lose a single yard here at the 47. Spread formation for the Eagles. Got to find something that works right now. Bedreau back to pass. Pass caught by Frost. He's taken down at the 40-yard line. Solid gain of, I can't even tell, maybe 6.
I want to say about 6 yards there. It's going to leave him at about a 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here for the Eagles. They're looking to go hurry up offense here, push the pace, get a first down, move those sticks, keep the drive alive. I think the air game is going to be key here. Both teams seem to not get their running game going so far.
Free play for the Eagles off that drive. Boudreau pass to Princewell. Caught at the 5-yard line, taken down by a couple defenders. 3 yards from that encroachment call. Gets him into the red zone. Beautiful play by Boudreau.
That's the type of person we know Princewell to be right there. You throw the ball up, he's going to go get it. And we interviewed Calvin last week, and that's exactly word for word what he said to us last week. He said he really doesn't have to do as much because of the receivers he has on the outside. Like you just saw there, he threw it up, and his receiver went to go get it. You love to see that.
Beautiful play from Boudreau and Princewell there. Now let's see what they can do on this 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Boudreau steps back to pass, scrambles, hits Princewell in the hands, ricochets off, out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Up the middle is Tyler Fontes, driving the pile forward. Couple yards in. Gets a solid 3-yard gain. Ref's giving a verbal warning to one of the Generals players. Does not believe it to be number 53 from the Generals.
We got 3rd and goal here from, I want to say, the 2-yard line now. Can the Eagles push it in here for the first touchdown of the game midway through our 2nd quarter?
3rd and 2 at the 2-yard line. Spread formation. Trying to go for the hard count. Does not get it. See what the Eagles cook up here. Couple seconds left before they get called for a delay of game. Evades the defender, scrambling in, gets the touchdown. And that is going to be a touchdown for the Eagles, presented to you by the Beacon Group. Now, score goes up 6-2 in the 2nd quarter. Still no sign of the scoreboard tonight. First offensive scoring of the game. If you can recall, the only other score has been from that safety of the Eagles' first drive. Now, Zachary Cooks, 33% last week on field goals. Let's see what he does this week. Kick is up, and it is good, making it 7-2. Eagles leading mid-2nd quarter. Now Riley, after that long ball, sorry, losing my wording here, from Calvin Boudreau to Princewell Uwejwo, kind of waking up the offense there, allowing them to score in the red zone. What do you think we're going to be looking forward to for the rest of this game?
Yeah, well, that play definitely did not only wake up the offense, but it woke up the crowd. It woke up pretty much everybody in this stadium here tonight. And if they can keep that going, it is going to be an amazing night for the Eagles.
Most definitely, Riley. Eagles kickoff team is lining up. Zachary Cook set to kick. Eagles looking for another one of those plays where they took out one of, essentially took out one of the Generals players off that punt. Cook getting set to kick on his run up. He sends it. Squib kick down the middle. Grabbed by Jed O'Brien, brought to around the 46. Short gain for him. Eagles, amazing defense coming out to the field. It's like an exchange of words between the two teams. First down from the 47. Maz Washington back in the backfield, running up the middle. Solid gain already, gets the first down and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Washington being a key player for this Generals offense. James Moore lined up at running back for the General spread formation. Motion left. Run again. Gaining a couple yards here. Getting to about the 33. It's going to be 2nd and 3 here. You can see, Riley, multiple times on the screen, we've seen a lot of offensive and defensive players going down nowhere near the ball. You can tell this game is getting a little bit chippy.
Yeah, it's been physical since the opening whistle. Hopefully it doesn't get too out of hand. There's been a lot of arguments on the field so far. Let's hope that we can just keep it to a minimum here tonight. Nobody wants to see a fight break out.
Most definitely, Riley. All we want to watch here is some football, not the UFC. Ref time out for what seems to be an injury. After one run, that's going to be James Moore coming off the field. Malik Williamson at running back now for the Generals. 2nd and 3. See if they can get up to here. Another motion. Fake run. Ball thrown by Saper. It is caught for the first down at the 29-yard line. Sorry. Looks to be caught by Eric Dudley. Riley, I cannot tell if that air horn is coming from the crowd or from someone official on the field, and it is tripping me up every time.
It's definitely somebody in the crowd, Ty.
Williamson at running back once more.
Seems like we have a lot of noisemakers in the crowd here. We have cowbells, we have air horns. I
Williamson
think I just heard maracas.
Williamson up the middle for a short gain of looks to be about 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Generals having a great drive down the field so far tonight. Same formation as last time. Run up the middle once more. Caught by a horde of Eagles. Taken down either just short or at the first down marker.
No, I wouldn't say a horde of eagles. I would say a flock.
You are
of
right.
them.
That sounds a lot better.
I
Thank
would
you,
say
Riley.
a flock of eagles.
Looks to be about a yard, maybe a few feet short. So a little under a yard. It's going to be 3rd and short. Maybe 3rd and 1. I can't tell from right here. If anything we can expect here is a quick run right up the middle.
Yeah, this team is a very run-oriented team. Looks like they're in the empty formation, but we have seen tons of runs by them tonight. Not too many passes so far.
Empty formation for the Generals. Run up the middle. He gets the first down by about maybe a yard and a half. Be first down around the 18-yard line. In the red zone now are the Generals. One of their few times in here so far. Timeout called, Eagles. Now, Riley, this has definitely been a defensive game so far, but with both teams' offenses waking up somewhat, I think we can definitely start to see a full-on game of football here tonight.
Yeah, hopefully. That would be nice. What is your final score prediction here?
Final score prediction, we're already in the second quarter, 7-2. I'll say maybe both teams score a touchdown or two more. I'll say Eagles 24, Generals 22.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Close game. It's been a close game, and I think it's going to stay that way.
Now 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Maz Washington, the center point of the General offense so far. Gets the ball up the middle, stopped by his own lineman. Still gaining yards, gets past the 10. Looks like he stepped out of bounds, however. Gonna be on the 9-yard line. So it's gonna be 2nd and 1. This Eagles defense needs to find a solution for Washington here. Otherwise, they're gonna be in for a long night up the middle. Flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles bench, specifically number 81. It's going to be Tyler Jamison after a great game last week. Not doing so hot tonight, getting that 15-yarder, putting the Generals into 1st and goal range at the 5. Some fans are not too happy right now with that call, but it seems to have been the right one, as I did see Jamison walking off the sideline yelling something. Can't have that kind of behavior on a football field. Both teams using this timeout to game plan. Eagles not wanting to give up their 5-point lead, but No doubt Generals wanted to get back up onto the board here. Tense situation for both teams, as this drive could mean a lot in the long run. Especially with the Eagles losing one of their best defensive linemen, it is not a good look for them so far. Washington in the backfield once again. Hands the ball up the middle. He bangs it right, taken down by a couple Eagles defenders. Another timeout on the field. Believing it to be a ref's timeout. Another running back coming onto the field for the Generals, Cam Rebels. Maybe looking to go into a dual running back sort of situation, maybe not. Saper coming back onto the field with the play call for the Generals offense. They're at the 3-yard line coming in. I was right, dual running backs. Ball being ran up the middle by Malik Williamson. Does not get very far. Even loses a yard on the play, going back to the 4-yard line. It's gonna be third and four going into the end zone. Maz Washington back out there after that failed attempt. Crowd riled up in support of the Eagles here with that defensive chant. Dual running backs once more. Pass. Ball was tipped. It's going to be 4th and 4. Quick pop pass was no good. No flag on the play.
Well, the ball was tipped there. Once the ball is tipped, the ball is in play. You can do whatever you want there. No pass interferences on a tipped ball. Fun fact for you if you did not know that.
Looks like they're going for the field goal here. Yep, as Generals lining up for the field goal. Timeout called by the Generals. Both teams having one timeout left in this first half. Let's see what their game plan turns out to be here. Eagles break defensive huddle, going back towards the line of scrimmage. See what the Generals do here. If they're going for it on 4th down or going for the field goal. Field goal unit remains on the field for the Generals. Going to be about a 20-yard kick. A little more. Flag on the play. Be a defensive encroachment call. Bit of confusion on the field here, even up here with us here at the broadcast. Looks like the field goal unit is coming off. I have no idea. Some new players coming on for the Generals. Ball is at the 2-yard line. Yep, offensive unit is back on the field.
They look like they're going with a power formation here. Not a single receiver on the field right now. They're just going to try and power it in. 2 yards to go.
No quarterback on the field either. Maz Washington at the position for now on this attempted 2-yard rush. Timeout Generals, their last timeout of the half. 4th and 2. A lot of debate on whether this 4th and 2 is going to be a kick or a run in. From the looks of it, I'm not even sure the coach knows what he's doing in this situation. Eagles defense again, first back to the line of scrimmage. Referee blows the whistle to end the timeout. Generals remaining in the huddle for a few extra seconds. Power formation, you mentioned, Riley, back on the field.
Well, I think everybody knows where this ball's going.
Flag on the play.
And he fumbled the snap. It's picked up.
He's going. He's at the 30, the 40, the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. He will go all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. Flag is down on the play, however. Another player's down on the other end of the field for the Generals. See what this flag is. Encroachment call on the defense. 4th down once again. They're going to be on the 1-yard line. Great play and recovery by the Eagles. Not great execution at the snap. Looks like the Eagles getting a sideline warning here. Ball was left in the end zone after that Eagles return. Took a little bit longer to get that ball back. Zachary Swale, GM of the Eagles, bringing the ball down the field. Wide open field in front of him. Let's see if he gets to the end zone. Instead, opts for the forward pass.
Hell of a toss there.
Oh, yeah. Great spot right there. Gets it to the 20, and the ref brings it to the end zone.
So we now have a 4th and goal on the 1-yard line here. They come out of that power formation, wide receiver and quarterback back on the field. I think they're still going to run it right up the middle here with
Most
number 2.
definitely, Riley. Yep, gets it right up the middle, runs right. He's in the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for the Generals after a long awaited play here. It's going to be scored by Maz Washington with a run to the right, waiting to see what they go for here. With that score, Generals go up 1 point, waiting to, now for the kick to either go up 2 or for the 2-pointer to go up 3. As of now, score is at 8-7. Sorry. Looks like the offense remains on the field for the 2-point conversion here. More lineup troubles for the Generals here. Spread formation once more. Washington in the backfield. Pass. He's running up. He gets into the end zone for another 2 points, making the score 9-7 in the second quarter.
10-7.
10-7, sorry. Thank you for that one, Riley.
So you can't really blame the Eagles too much there. When you're on defense for that long, you get a little worn out, you get a little bit tired. They had the stand there, but did not help them in the end.
No doubt, Riley, especially with all that confusion coming from the Generals sideline. I don't blame them for what happened here. Score is 10-7 in the second quarter. Still nothing from the scoreboard itself. Refs will be maintaining the clock for the rest of the game, I will presume. Princewell Owejwo and JPC in the out back to return kicks around the 15-yard line. All right. It's going to be Eric Sanchez with the kick. Kicks it deep and out of bounds. Goes out at the 15-yard line, going to gain some extra yards with that flag. Good kick from him, though. Didn't even touch the ground before it went out of bounds. Eagles ball. Starting at the 35-yard line. See what this Eagles offense can do before the half. Just like you guys at home, we here are operating blind, so we cannot give you an accurate description of how much longer is left.
I do believe it is under a minute left in this half, though. If I am correct, if I have been reading the signs correctly here from the refs.
Right, it's going to be Tykes trip right for the Eagles. Calvin Boudreau, plenty of time in the pocket. Slings it. Caught at the 45-yard line, immediately taken down. That was Tyler Saunders with the catch there, taking that immediate hit. Trips right again. Boudreau running it up. Evades one tackle, taken out by another. You could hear the contact in the face mask there. Looks like a timeout was called. If Riley here is correct, with less than a minute left in the game, they only have a few short few seconds until they get to the end zone.
I'm going to correct you there. A few seconds left in the half. There, Ty.
What did I say?
You said in the game. You need to lock it in today, Tyler. You're all out of it.
Fair enough. Alrighty, Eagles and Generals coming back out onto the field.
$11 seconds, no timeouts, as the ref just said. That way you guys at home watching know. Eagles at roughly the 43-yard line, trying to get another end zone before the half is over.
Boudreau scrambling right. Ball is caught, taken out of bounds by Brendan Frost, giving them a little bit more time. Trips right again for the Eagles. Boudreau giving his receivers some help on this play. Deep coverage for the Generals. Plenty of time in the pocket for Boudreau. Launches it to the end zone. Caught by Prince Waluigwo in the back of the end zone. Long bomb. Great pass from Calvin Boudreau. Great catch from Waluigwo there. That had to have been a solid 50-yard pass, right, Riley?
I was around there for sure. And that ties her right back to just throw it up. Waluigwo is down there somewhere. My goodness.
My goodness indeed, Riley. My goodness indeed. Calvin Boudreau sending up with hopes and prayers, coming back with a miracle.
That puts the Eagles up 13-10 as the half, I believe, is now over, where the Eagles will receive the ball to start the second half. If they can convert this PAT.
Kick
it's
is blocked. Kick
and
is
recovered.
Kick is going to be taken back by the Generals. Almost getting caught. He does get caught at the 10-yard line. Great rundown by the Eagles. Score is going to be 13-10 at the end of the second quarter.
It is now halftime.
Now that last touchdown was again brought to you by the Beacon Group, one of the Mill City Eagles sponsors and beloved by them as well. Now, Riley, as you said, it is halftime. What a first half that was. Starting off with the safety in the Eagles' first drive, putting them down 2-0, and then a few drives after that, them getting the touchdown, getting the lead back. This Eagles team has not given up in this first half and now lead the game 13-10 in halftime. Definitely not happy with the way things are going, but a little bit relieved to be holding the lead, no doubt. Now, as we have seen already, this game has been chippy, and I believe it's going to get a lot chippier, especially after that miracle of a play to end the second quarter. And we've already seen one sideline penalty against Tyler Jamison, and no doubt and a couple unsportsmanlikes for the Generals as well. Riley, with all of that in mind, what do you think?
Well, the Eagles have proven to us that they can make big plays. It's not just about the big plays, though. That is what makes them, that is what's keeping them ahead in this game. But they don't seem to be able to move the ball too much on this Generals defense other than those huge plays down the field. They have 2 large plays, and that's about the only offense that they've produced today in that first half. They are holding the lead up by 3, but we're gonna need to see some chain movement in this second half if they're gonna maintain this lead and come home with a victory, because this Generals team is eager and hungry to take the lead and to take down the Eagles, hand them their first loss of the season. I hope that the Eagles can maintain their lead and win this game, but they're gonna need to play some smart chain moving football in this second half to come out of here with a victory.
Most definitely, Riley. I couldn't agree with you anymore. Expect a long game, everyone, coming after the half. And until then, we'll see you later. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to this Eagles Generals football game. We are starting the second half out with the Eagles getting the ball. As you can see on the right side of your screen, we have Princewell Awajwo and JPC back to receive the kick. Now that, as you can all probably recall, this game has been very chippy and very close. We just finished off the first half with a long touchdown thrown by Calvin Bedreau to Princewell Awajwo. Solid 55-yarder, ending at the 13-10 with us getting the ball back now. JPC going back to the 5 to get the ball. He's running up the middle. He gets to the 15, taken down just behind it. JPC was taken down by double zeros. Eric Dudley off the kickoff. Ball's going to be placed around the 13, 14-yard line. First down Eagles as they are going into the second half. As you all can still see, we still have not gotten anything for the game clock. Sorry for repeating it a little bit too much, but as we heard nothing about it pregame, got to keep you guys updated as well. Now we're going to be trips right with JPC in the backfield, Princewell Awajwo on the left side. All right, JPC up the middle, breaks through the line already, gets up past the 20 to the 22. Going to be second and 5. Solid 5-yard gain from JPC there. Trips right once more. Eagles being led by Calvin Bedreau. No one on this Eagles offense making much of an impact tonight. JPC once again runs outside. Flag on the play, up past the 20. Getting, I think, just before the 25 before he runs out of bounds. 2 flags on the play. Defensive offsides. Going to give the Eagles the first down here, moving them up to about the 27, 28. Yes, the 28. Chains taking their time moving downfield. Boudreaux and his Eagles offense, same formation. Chains having to be readjusted once more. 1st and 10 at the 29. Boudreaux runs to the right, evading defenders as he goes. Taken down for a large loss at the 9-yard line. 20-yard loss on the play. Now, not the best move there. Don't know what else he could have done.
I think he could have stepped up in the pocket rather than going backwards. But maybe he saw something else, and I think we can both agree it wasn't the right thing to see there, because they are now in a second and very long situation here after that deep sack.
Not the way the Eagles wanted to start out this third quarter, but let's see how they can crawl back. Starting at the 10-yard line again. Boudreaux back to pass. Screen to JPC. Has to juice at a defender. Gets just to the 15 before he gets taken down by number 32, Malcolm Martin. Almost a gain of 10 on the play. 3rd and long still. Tight trips right for the Eagles. Princewell still on his own down bottom. Strong rush. Boudreaux runs left. Loses the ball. Looks like he recovers the ball. It's going to be 4th and long for the Eagles. Boudreaux getting caught up in the game, not realizing what's going on around him. Loses the ball. Thankfully gets it back to give his defense some better positioning. Eagles punt team is nowhere to be found. Finally having 11 men on the field. Kick is up. Good kick. Ball is grabbed by an Eagle at around the 48-yard line. Not great positioning, but better than what they would have gotten if they lost that ball back there. So now, Riley, as we saw in that Generals last drive, Maz Washington has been obliterating them, consistently getting 5-yard gains on his runs, except on that penalized 1-yard rush at the 2-yard line. Now we have Matthew Saper III coming back out onto the field, followed by number 20, Cam Revels. No Washington on the field for them now. Spread formation. Up the middle. Run, gaining maybe a single yard on the play. Revels not having many long runs here, if any at all. Good stop by the Eagles line and a couple linebackers there. It's going to be 2nd and 9 at the 47. Same formation, same players on the field. 2nd and long situation here. Motion left. Jet sweep. Outside contain is gotten. He's taken down. Daquan Hamilton taken down. I could not see by who. Riley, you got a number for me.
I know number 5 was one of them, but there were multiple in there. I want to say 42.
So
There's
that
another one in there.
Darren Cooper and Ethan DeJesus, both an end and defensive back, respectfully. Yes, respectfully. Sorry. Nice loss of yards. It's going to be about 3rd and 14, which would be about a loss of 5. New running back for the Generals. Back to pass. He scrambles right. Ball is thrown, caught, stepped out of bounds. It sounded like some pushing and words being spoken by a couple Eagles players, by an Eagles and Generals player respectively. Like I said at halftime, Riley, this game's going to get a lot chippier. Be 1st and 10 for the Generals at around the 37. Ball's caught around the 20-yard line. He keeps running. Passes the 15, gets around to the 10. Caught by Michael Rapinoe Jr. Looks like ball's going to be placed around the 7-yard line. Run up the middle, caught in the backfield. Number 42 for the Eagles, Ethan DeJesus, after a couple plays after he got that great tackle in the backfield. Going to be about 2nd and 8 going into the end zone. Crowd trying to get some energy back into this game. Got James Moore back into the game at running back. Flag on the play. Delay of game is going to be a loss of 5. Replay of 2nd down. Giving the Eagles a little bit of extra room to play with here. Going to be 2nd and goal from the 13. Spread formation. Fake handoff. Ball thrown to the corner of the end zone to Tavon Simpson, arguing with the ref over if it's a pass interference or not. Great defense from defensive back Alex Allien, consistently being good throughout these last few weeks at home. It's going to be 3rd and 13. James Morstead on the field for the Generals. Spread formation once more. Ball tips the hands of the receiver, goes out of bounds. I believe the ball was thrown to Michael Rapano Jr., number 3, on a crossing route. Great defense by the Eagles there. It's going to be 4th and 13 once more. Looks like they're going to be going for the kick here to tie the game up in the 3rd quarter. Going to be about a 30-yard kick. Kick is up. It is no good. Eagles getting the ball at the 20-yard line, I believe. Oh, or not, I guess. That missed field goal, giving the Eagles a little bit of comfortability in them, allowing themselves to breathe for just a moment. I was right. Ball is being placed at the 20-yard line. Calvin Boudreau leading the Eagles back onto the field, trying to recover from that horrendous last drive. (4-3) in the box. JPC gets the ball up the middle. Just not gain any headway yards-wise. It's going to remain 2nd and 10. Now, Riley, I think we mentioned earlier the run game is not the Eagles' friend so far. Sticking to the air game has been their best bet. But with this rush constantly coming from the Generals' defense, what do you think they can do here?
Yeah, I think a little bit of a push by the offensive line would be helpful here. But you're not going to establish a run game every single game yet you have. Oh. So if the passing's working, stick to it.
Calvin Boudreau getting a couple yards off of the scramble. Looks like he's got taken down around the 22. So a 2-yard gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 8. And like you were saying, Riley, the offensive line needs to get that push. It all starts up front. So if they can't pull something off up front, they can't do anything in the backfield. Third and 8 for the Eagles. Boudreau in the backfield. He scrambles right. Jukes out one defender. Only gains another 2 yards, being taken down at the 25, maybe the 26. It's going to be about 4th and 5. Punt team is going back out on the field. Bedreau must not be happy with himself as the last 2 drives he has led this team to 4th and out. Ball is in the air. Deep kick. Received by Malik Williamson. He's bringing it back to the 45, the 40, the 35, taken down around the 32-yard line. Good return from Williamson. Refs conferring at around the 30-yard line. Getting the opposite side line judge in on it as well. Looks like offense is getting the ball back. By some twist of fate, the offense is getting the ball back, getting a second chance of revival for this drive. Did you see what happened back there, Riley?
I did not, but it looks like they're pushing the ball all the way up to the opposite 40.
I wonder if there was a block in the back potentially or something along those lines, because
Either that or the quarter changed. Let's see which side the Eagles line up here. Looks like it is still the third quarter, as they're not flipping sides just yet, but they did just get a huge gain, and I didn't see why. There was no flags on the field.
yeah, because if it was a roughing the kicker, it would have been flag immediately and it would have been way back there. But they're pointing to where there's a receiver
And
was.
they're giving them more yards here too. They're starting their drive here at the 30-yard line. And
I'm confused now.
it's Destroyer's ball. It's Destroyer's ball.
So it must have been a change of no, because so what happened is the question. That was a very confusing minute there. Still don't know what happened. However, the Generals are not starting all the way up around the 40 like they were intending to, now back around their own 30. Maz Washington back in the game for the Generals. Back in that spread formation as well. Williams getting the ball, taken down only after a couple of yards. First time in a while that that's happened. End of quarter. So that was a very interesting quarter there for both sides of the ball. No score. So the Eagles are still leading 13-10. This game still can go either way. So let's see where things go now. Especially just after that confusion from that punt return. Now we are just waiting to see what they do here. It's going to be 2nd and 8, I believe. Williams still on the field for the Generals. be trips right. Not as used formation for the Generals tonight. See what they do here. Back to pass. Scrambles to the right. Ball is thrown. Incomplete. Sorry about the shaky or even incorrect camera work. Pulling off some great commentary and great camera work is very hard to do. Going to be about 3rd and 8 still. Crowd getting a little bit louder as they have been the last few quarters as this game has gone on. Going into another trips right formation. Saber back to pass. Ball is caught at around the 37-yard line. It's going to be 4th and short here. Now, in this situation, this would call for a punt, but as this game has gone on so far, this offense will not come off the field. Now on 4th and short, this Generals team has not done too bad, so let's see what they can pull off here. Spread formation once more. Maz Washington in the backfield. Up the middle is Washington. He's going. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Taken down around the 2. Good pursuit from a couple Eagles there. Eventually taken down. Cannot see his number to give him credit. I believe that is Darren Cooper coming from the opposite side of the field to track him down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 3, actually. Pass is incomplete. Sabres' target was number 18, Mike Smith. It's going to be 2nd down and goal. This Eagles red zone defense has been impeccable tonight after that last second quarter score from the Generals. See if they can keep that up here. Be a strong right call with a motion onto the inside. Another run. He's caught. Taken down. That was number 3, Michael Rapano Jr. for the Generals. It's going to be, I can't see distance here. 3rd and 3 once more. This Eagles defense showing what they're truly made of here, consistently stopping the inside run. Maz Washington. Washington gets the ball up the middle. He runs into the end zone for a touchdown. Going to put the Generals up another 3 points versus the Eagles. Let's see if they can make it 4 or 5. Offense is staying on the field, going for the 2-point conversion, trying to make it a 5-point lead. Riley, as we talked about at halftime, talking about those potential scores at the end of this game, we were both right. This game is close and will continue to be, as we are in the fourth quarter, so we have limited time left to see what happens. Fumble snap. Saper taken out way back towards the 20-yard line, thrown out of bounds by a defender. So that's going to leave the score 16-13. Generals up by 3. Game is still in anyone's favor. Now, Riley, the Eagles here obviously need a good drive to get themselves into the end zone. What do you think they're going to need to get through to get there?
Short and medium passes. We've seen all day the run game is not efficient today. And the only thing that they've gotten for yards today are the deep bombs. Keep it short, keep it sweet, a little bit in the middle. Move the chains, move the chains, move the chains. It's crunch time now. You don't score here, you're putting yourselves in a losing position. They need to find their way into the end zone here. If they don't, their undefeated record is at a severe risk.
Very true, Riley. And as you were saying with the short and medium passes, those screens have been working very well. That halfback screen to JPC has been working every single time, gaining a solid 5 yards. Prince Waluedro gets the ball around the 5-yard line, taken down around the 25. Solid 20-yard gain from him. As the Eagles offense comes onto the field. As we were saying, this is a very important drive to keep themselves out of a hole here. See what they do. Potential game-winning drive here, as we have no idea what the clock situation is. This could decide the rest of the game. Padron in an empty backfield. JPC in a motion. Fake jet sweep. False start offense, going to bring them back a couple yards. Going to repeat first down, however, so they get a little bit lucky here. Loss of 5 yards, bringing them back to the 20. Swapping formations. Going to a spread formation instead. One thing last week that really worked for the Eagles was the read option. We have not seen it at all this week. And as you were saying, the run game is not really getting anywhere. But we could definitely see it. JPC runs outside, taken down in the backfield. Loss of another 5 on the play. Going to be about 2nd and 17. I gotta wonder what's going through the mind of Calvin Boudreau right now, having consistent 4-and-out drives. He's got to be freaking out a little bit. Boudreau, plenty of time in the pocket. He's scrambling. Throws the ball. Incomplete. Looks like it was targeted towards Brennan Frost.
One thing that he has failed to do today is throw the ball. He's scrambling everywhere, and he's just deciding to take off and run half the time. He needs to throw the ball. He has receivers open down the field. He needs to get the ball out of his hands and stop running around the field. It's unnecessary at this point. Just get the ball out of your hands, find the open guy. There are open guys. You just got to look up the field, keep your eyes open, look for them, and hit them, and you'll move the chains. You can hear the crowd trying to get a little angry at him, too.
Oh, most definitely. 3rd and 17. Got to do something here. Steps far back in the pocket. Pressure again. Evades another one. Taken back even farther behind the 10.
He's just not throwing the ball.
Not a good look for the Eagles right now. Punting from inside the end zone. The Eagles lost 15 yards from their original first down. Malik Williamson out and back. Bad punt. Really bad punt. Ball's recovered just inside the 20-yard line. Rather, this game is going downhill and downhill fast for the Eagles. First, the loss of 15 yards over the course of 4 plays. Now that absolute dreadful kick that didn't even go 20 yards.
Yeah, well, they just need to, they have their backs against the wall here. Time is ticking. They need to make a stand here on defense. Turn the ball over quick, get on offense, move the ball, score a touchdown, win the game. They're down 3. Time is ticking right now in the 4th quarter. We do not know how much time is left, but I'm going to guess probably around under 8 minutes to go. I would have to guess. There's not a lot of time for the Eagles to continue to make mistakes here.
No, there's not, and this defense needs to do something here, as the Generals starting inside the red zone already have a great advantage. Pass is caught, touchdown, Generals off of one play. Just gonna put them
This
up.
crowd is dead now. An energetic crowd all night long has been killed by that touchdown to put the Destroyers up by 2 points, two possessions. Sorry about that.
Still plenty of hope in this game with the dwindling minutes. Coach Isola is known for pulling off some crazy plays late in the game. Now, with this score, the Generals go up 22-13 and now going for 2, trying to go for 24. It's going to be a long way back towards that end zone for the Eagles. We got to see what they do here. Flag on the play, false start. Let's just hope in their comfortability that the Generals get sloppy, giving the Eagles plenty of time here. Going for two again. Dual running back formation are the Generals. Two wideouts. Going to pass it. Passing to the end zone. He catches it. 2-point conversion is good, putting the Generals up 24-13, 11-point deficit. Oh, flag on the play, however.
Yeah, it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Now 11-point deficit. If you're correct in your assumption, Riley, under 7 minutes, probably 6 now of play for the rest of this game. We do not have a lot of time left to score.
And it's not only one score we need, it is two. We are down 2 possessions in need of some serious points here.
Generals kicking from way back at the 20-yard line.
And that is due to that unsportsmanlike conduct after that last touchdown.
Well-deserved, as this Generals team has not been closed-mouthed about their pride tonight. Some of them actually being confused as to why they're back there kicking from there, but that's just a lack of self-awareness. Looks like they're going for an onside kick here. Overloading the left side, or the right, their left side. Evening back out. Here comes the kick. JPC grabs it around the 25. He's running up the field up to the 40. Taken down just past the 40 at the 42, 43. First down, Mill City Eagles. Eagles back out on the field on offense, led by Calvin Boudreau. He's going to go trips left. Tight trips left, actually. Starting at the 42. Heavy rush coming from the defense. Boudreau stepping up in the pocket. Loses the ball. It's in a forward motion. However, it's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Going to be 2nd and 10. Going to go to a spread formation here. Ball caught by Prince Oluwajuwo at about the 49, 50-yard line, bringing them up for a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
That's the type of play we've been looking for all night. That medium gain, move it to a short down and distance, play from there.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 3 from the 49. Now, the Eagles have not been good at 3rd down conversions tonight. I don't think they've gotten many, if any. Let's see what they do here. Can they rectify this, or is it going to be the same thing, 4 and out? Boudreaux steps back in the pocket. He's running right. Scrambling right. Toss to JPC. He's going to gain some ground up past the 45. Missing another defender up to the 40. 35, 30. Goes out right before the 25 for a great gain off of that scramble pass by Calvin Boudreaux. One of the better moments we've seen here tonight from the Eagles. A little bit of clock conservation here too with the optional run out from JPC, giving them a little bit more time. Tyler Fontes coming in for him after that long reception. Going to be spread again. Fontes getting a couple yards on the ground here. Got to look to be a gain of about 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Back in that spread formation. Boudreaux back to pass. Goes right. Ball's thrown to Brendan Frost. Ruled incomplete. Looks like his defender limping a little bit. Goes down. Jacob Tuttle goes down after there seemed to be some defensive, after a good defensive play here. There's been a lot of pain as well. Both teams going back to, Eagles I should say, going back to their huddle, with Generals going a little bit all over the place. He's back up already, limping off the field. Looks like he shared some words there. Both teams lining back up. Looks like defensive coverage is sticking to the left side of the field here. Boudreaux back in the pocket. Plenty of time on his hands, throws the ball, caught by Josiah Martinez. He's still up at around the 15-yard line. Whole swarm of Generals takes him out. Gonna be about, looks like they're getting the first down on this.
Eagles are trying to speed it up and go quick here. I think that is a sign of probably under 3, maybe even under 2 minutes left in this game here. They're trying to go quick, get a quick score and try and get the ball back and score again and win this game as they are down 2 possessions.
Boudreaux back in the pocket again. Goes out left. No one to throw to yet. Throws it to Brendan Frost, a little bit outside into the sideline. Could not get a hand on it. going to be 2nd and 10 at around the 16-yard line going into the end zone. Now, we haven't seen much of the Eagles in the red zone today, Riley, but what we have seen hasn't been promising. They've had some touchdowns, yes, but nothing much.
Yeah, they had their first touchdown in the red zone today, that scramble by Calvin there. Other than that, I don't really think they've seen the red zone.
That is true, because I think their other touchdown was that long pass to Wagewell in the end of the first half. But Dro throws it to Brennan Frost, who grabs it around the 10-yard line.
Going to be 3rd and medium here on about the 11-yard line here. Eagles still trying to go fast, trying to get in that end zone here. It's almost now or never for the Eagles. And that right there is our 2-minute warning, everybody. That right there is our 2-minute warning. That means there's 2 minutes to go and counting as the Eagles line up.
Bedro's going to run. Pass is caught into
Touchdown,
the end zone.
Eagles.
Coming back a little bit here in the fourth quarter, under 2 minutes left. You think they're going to go for the 2 here, Riley, or are they going to go for the 1, try to maintain some composure? Looks like they're going to go for something here. Calvin Bedreau staying on the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here, potentially bringing them up to a solid 21.
Crowd seems to be coming back to life now that the Eagles are in 1 possession range of winning this game.
Bedreau takes the snap, steps back in the pocket. Crossing route to Awejo is caught. It's going to be 24-21. Generals will only lead by 3 now, late in the fourth quarter.
I'm going to guess about 1:30 left to go.
Maybe even less here, Riley, because they called that 2-minute and then they got that touchdown, so I have no idea.
The Eagles are going to kick the ball off. I'm almost 100% positive we're going to see an onside kick here, Ty.
Oh, most definitely. And I think every time we've seen an onside kick, knock on wood, we have seen a recovery from the Eagles.
You might have just created the announcer's jinx there. Hopefully not, as we are seeking a victory here tonight for the Eagles.
Looks like he's kicking a little bit too far back here.
24-21. 24-21. 21.
All right, Zach Cook is lining up for the kickoff. Seems to be set up for a full kickoff here, but we'll find out. They're lined up for an onside. Onside is here. Flag is thrown on the play. Penalty on the kicking team. It's going to be general ball at around the 41-yard line. Generals at the Eagles' 41-yard line going in. See what they pull off here. Maz Washington is back in the game for the Generals. Going to Maz up the middle. He's gone. He's at the 20, the 10, touchdown.
That's going to be game there. That is most definitely going to be game there. The Eagles do not have enough time to come back from that. Defensive breakdown, horrible right there for the Eagles. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what happened. But that's pretty much going to be the game there. I'm going to say roughly around a minute left to go. Eagles down 2 possessions.
Once again.
That's not what we wanted to see, but
General's lineman is down. Trainer getting called onto the field. Where is the trainer? Oh, there she is, running out onto the field to check on him. Player that is down is number 51, Chris Mark Anthony. Looks like he's back up already, limping off the field. After that one play score from the Generals, every ounce of energy left in this crowd has been used. Now it's just a little bit of a lot of anger towards those players for letting up those points the way they have tonight. A very disappointing way to end out this game. All right, kick return coming out. Score remains 30-21. It's not a 7-point game, in fact, sir. It's a 9-point game. If it was a 7-point game, a lot of us would be a lot happier right now, but looks like both teams are lining up. Prince Walla-Wagewo and JPC out back to receive once more for the Eagles. Far kick brought back to almost to the goal line as JPC getting the ball. He's running upfield. A hurdle! Brought down just before the 20-yard line. Helmet came off in the hit. Sorry, that was not JPC. That is my mistake. That is Daniel Parker with a great return. About a minute or less left in this game. Let's see what the Eagles do. Spread formation. There's Calvin Boudreau leads the Eagles at what seems to be the final drive of this game. He takes a snap, steps back in the pocket. He scrambles right, avoids one, gets taken down by his jersey out of bounds. Couple yard gain here. Seems to be about a 3-yarder. Going to be 2nd and 7. Back in that empty formation. Boudreau takes the snap. Steps up in the pocket. Bad pass to Brennan Frost over the middle. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Drew getting his lineup set, takes the snap. Plenty of time in the pocket for him, analyzing what he has to go. He's scrambling left. Throws the ball. It's caught at just before the 40-yard line. He is taken down. Caught by Tyler Saunders. First down at around the 38-yard line. Eagles finally getting some forward movement. Takes a snap once more. He scrambles left again. Ball is thrown to Saunders. He thinks he's down, but he's not. He gets up. He runs for the first down. He's going. Taken down just before the opposite 40-yard line. Tyler Saunders once again with the pass over the middle, gaining a great amount of yards for the Eagles. Timeout Eagles. Looks like a little bit of hope has been sparked in them as they have been marching down this field for who knows how long. It's a lot longer than a minute though, hasn't it, Riley?
Yeah, most definitely.
Eagles going back onto the field after consulting with their OC. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 42. Boudreau takes it back into the pocket. Going right. Evades the defender. Slings it downfield. Intercepted at the 2-yard line. Taken down at the 8.
And that is the game, folks.
Someone's hurt just at the 50-yard line. It's going to be number 56, Nick Zolo. He's holding his head, taking off his own helmet. Another player is down on the other side of the field as well for the Generals. But with that being said, everybody, there are 2 people down on the ground, but I would just like to say the Eagles' winning streak has been ruined. Score is at final 30-21. Valley Generals moved to 6-2 on the season, and Eagles moved to 7-1. Now, these Eagles still have 2 more weeks left of their regular season before playoffs, so we'll see how the rest of that goes. And until then, I'm Tyler Pelletier here with Riley Nichols. Have a good night.